darling, let's get something straight. Why are you upset about people being jealous of you? It comes with the territory. If you're doing something right, there's always someone in the world who's going to envy you. If people aren't whispering about you when you walk into a room, you're not playing the game right. Envy, that's not your enemy, that's your leverage. And today, I'm going to teach you how to turn it into currency, social capital, and power fuel, baby. I remember I was working on a job, and it was a job where there was a large department full of beautiful women. And you would think if you are a post-naive, nice girl, that all pretty girls would get along. We're all cute. We all are rooting for each other. But it's quite the opposite, especially when you meet women who are insecure. They're always wanting to be better than the next woman instead of pulling each other up and rooting each other on. So when I meet another beautiful woman, the natural part of me wants to compliment her and say, "Oh my gosh, you are gorgeous. You are stunning. You have it going on." The reformed me is now more subtle, because they may not look at it as a compliment, but as a threat, because there are so many situations where people do compliment others and it's more strategic and calculating than a true compliment. And that's the sad part, because naturally nice people are naturally nice, but naturally or created strategic people, they don't think the same way. Because when they're green with envy, it is dangerous. Now, envy is the most desperate form of admiration, just without the manners. So I want you to recognize envy for what it is and know the difference between someone who is kind and genuine and when it's a compliment in disguise. And the only way that you can really discern is through discernment and intuition. And that is something that we will discuss in another video, how to increase your intuition and really strengthen it like a muscle. But like I said, envy is the most desperate form of admiration when it's a compliment in disguise. So when someone envies you, it means you've triggered something they wish they had. Your elegance, your ambition, your waistline, your man, your house, your eyes, your skin tone. It could be anything. And don't think that because they're more beautiful than you or smarter than you or more accomplished than you, that they won't be envious. Those people tend to be the most envious because there's something that they lack. Whatever it is, they see it, they smell it, they want it, and they resent you for having it. Let them. You didn't come here to be digestible. You came to be a light, not one hidden. You came to be unforgettable, and envy, that's proof of impact, sweet girl. Let's be strategic. I want you to know why envy is social capital. Let's be strategic about it. When people envy you, they talk. And in the right circles, being talked about is gold. Gossip is the currency of the insecure, but when you understand the game, you let them spend it on you. And social ecosystems, let's think clubs, companies, even brunch tables. Envy positions you as someone with something worth watching, someone worth talking about. That gives you visibility, and visibility is power. Think Blair Waldorf. She didn't beg for approval. She orchestrated envy and used it to cement her status. Be the girl they can't stand, but can't stop watching. So next, I want to talk a little bit about playing the game with the people that are envious of you. Now, don't get it twisted. We don't weaponize envy with claws. We use charm, restraint, and strategy. When you know they're envious, you do 3 things. Number 1, never, ever explain yourself and never try to defend yourself. It's actually what they want and they feed off of it. And your mystery is magnetic. That's why saying less is always best. Number 2, we're going to kill them not with kindness, but with subtle kindness. So smile like you know something they don't, because you do. Number 3, always elevate in public, but plan in private. Let your results scream while your attitude whispers. See, the secret that elite women gatekeep is that they really work way harder at life than you would ever know. I'm going to tell you some really, really deep secrets about what we really do that you would never imagine, because we're so good at making things look good in public and so easy. But in the background, we're working our butts off to be successful. And so I want you to remember, don't ever retaliate. You outshine, you outclass, and that's how you outlast. Now, I want to talk also to you about converting envy into advantage. That's the whole purpose of you being here in the first place. And this is where it gets delicious. So, in professional settings, envy always gives you leverage. They may not like you, but they need you. So use that. Make them come to you, like Robert Greene says in the 48 Laws of Power. Make them depend on you. Your value is established by how much people need you. So become irreplaceable. In social circles, envy puts you on the map. Use it to command attention, but also build mystery. Always control your narrative. The number one thing that you have to remember, among other number ones, of course, is that your reputation is everything. And it's so important that if your reputation is tarnished in one city or even a state, you need to move somewhere else, because you can recreate your narrative, okay? Don't be deceived. Don't be naive. People do it all the time. Rebranding is real. If you don't have it good where you are, move somewhere else. Recreate your story. Be the woman who walks in and changes the temperature of the room without saying a word. And then number 3, in relationships, envy reveals weak links. If a friend starts to compete instead of celebrate, that's intel. If a man's ego is bruised by your glow up, replace him with someone who understands lighting. Okay? Envy is a mirror. It's a mirror, sweetheart. It doesn't reflect your flaws. It reveals other people's insecurities. So don't shrink to make others comfortable. Be intentional. Be polished. Be untouchable. And remember, when life gives you lemons, we make lemon drops and serve them chilled. Cheers.